kind of called y'all out on Facebook and was like, y'all are lying. United Veterans just got off the phone with them and they wanted 620 credit score and blah blah blah.
Candy, how are you? And Jesse, how are you? I'm Eric. As you know, it's good to see you on camera. We're so excited that you closed on your home this past week. So,
Yeah.
Candy, can we dive into? Um, let's talk about the first time we connected. Can you tell Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because that's an interesting story.
It is because I saw your post on Facebook for the credit company to help VA veterans with home loans,
I remember
and then you
that.
called,
I remember that.
and then you called me.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that was kind of funny. I had to go back and take those comments off the Facebook.
Yeah, you told me after the fact of the issues that you were kind of engaging with after the fact, but
Yeah.
but no. So did you believe the conversation that we had initially? Did you believe that, or
No.
you just thought it was a bunch of jibber jabber?
At first, I thought it was just a bunch of jibber jabber.
Yeah, that's kind of what we get until we start to get a little past that trust conversation. And so, when did you realize that you could trust me? When do you think that took place?
Well, it all happened really quick with all the paperwork and talking with Julian. When we got a hold of like the realtor, it was like, okay, now it's time to pick a home. I
Mhm.
was like, what?
Uh-huh.
Like,
But,
actually go do this?
yeah, and from the first time we talked and gotten Jesse approved to the first time you saw your first home. What did it look like? A week, a few days?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all.
Yeah.
We were out with Ryan looking at houses.
How was the communication with me and you guys and
The
Julian?
communication with you was awesome. It was really good. You stayed in touch. You followed up. You made sure everything was going okay. If we had questions, concerns, you got with Julian and addressed those.
So Jesse, tell me in your own words, what do you think this was like? How can you explain it to other fellow service members or civilians that want to hear a story? What do you have for them?
After I got to know you and Julian and see how y'all were working and everything, that it was legit going past what just the business that you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we take it personal. We take it personal. We try to relate from a human standpoint. And it's more than that. It's bigger than just a transaction. And so how tell me a little bit about you, Jesse. How long did you serve? What branch of the military and when did you get out? What year?
I went in September 24th of 2004. I was Army, and I got out in January 10th of 2009. Iraq, Afghanistan. I think the entire time in my service, the longest time that I had off was like 2 months. I
Ah,
was just constantly going,
yeah.
but I was infantry, so it
Okay.
was like we're the first that gets called to do anything.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, we appreciate that wholeheartedly. We can't thank you enough for that. But and that's why we go up and beyond what we do, and we want to, like I said, bring a level of authenticity, and we wanted to make this happen. How many times did I tell you and Candy, specifically Candy, don't give up, hang in there? How many times did you hear that?
A lot.
Oh,
Candy was ready to throw in the towel like this. Look,
that's it.
we went
I'm
to the
done.
Cowboy. We went to the Cowboy game today, and we got these. Candy was ready to throw in the towel. She was just ready to just throw it in.
Couple
Um,
times.
but I think she remained vigilant. She remained focused, and she kept her faith. She believed in what she could not see, and she remained the course. She wanted to get this house, and so and Julian did a phenomenal job with what he does, and there was a lot of late nights with me and that guy too. We talked immensely about what do we do, what can we do, and so but we got there, and so I'll end it with what would you tell someone that's considering or on the fence with the idea that this may be some sort of hoax, not real, a game, as you put it? What advice would you have, and what words could you give them?
Be honest, you got to trust the process.
Just listen to Julian and Eric and they'll lead you in the right direction.
So, and to
It's
sum
that
it up, in Candy's words, just trust the process, listen to Eric, and listen to Julian.
Yep, just do what they tell you to do. It'll be all right.
Well, like I said, guys, we're very, very happy to be in your corner. I can't thank you enough. And so, at the end of the day, congratulations for being homeowners, and you are in that first-time home buyer category. And again, if we ask you to write a review, we know you're going to do it, but you've done that plenty of times already. So if you need anything, reach out to me, let me know. And we really appreciate you jumping on the Zoom, taking your time to do this. I know you're tired.
We are, but you guys, thank you so much. It wouldn't be possible without y'all. So